to aspire. My ambition is flawless. It's as gorgeous as this Porsche is, but this is about this Benz, you dig? Pass me the lighter, Rose. I need
this fight.
I've changed a lot of things, in my personal life, and changed a lot of things in my personal life and my training camp also. Changed a few of my coaches and brought Mike Dolce in since my last fight to do not just the nutrition but strength conditioning. And I know that I got their winning formula back again, and I'm very excited to put in a great performance.
Okay, just one more question for Dimitri. How excited are you to fight at your sort of natural weight and to be included in this flyweight tournament?
It means the world. I'm glad that UFC chose me one of the athletes to fight in the flyweight division, and looking forward to putting on a big show on Saturday night.
Thanks.
I'm Thompson from UFC magazine. Demetrius and Joseph, welcome back to Australia. How have you guys handled that extra drop down? Was it pretty simple for you both, and did you change anything to the way you normally prepare for a fight?
It's been great for me. We talked about it being my natural weight class. I was always like, that can't be natural. It's gonna be pretty tough. But being able to go through a camp at this weight, I really feel the difference. I've just gained like a certain discipline and focus that I didn't necessarily have to have at 135. So it feels great. I'm faster, better conditioned, and like I said, the discipline and focus has just really helped me, and it's gonna make for a dangerous fighter come Saturday.
Yeah, I have to agree with Joseph. I mean, having a discipline to cut out all the bad stuff in your diet, just eating all organic or natural things from the earth, really helps you focus more on training, and you're not carrying an extra weight of 10 pounds, snacking on ice cream and berries at night. So, I mean, I feel good at this weight class, and I can't wait to get in there and do some more.
And Dana, how excited are you about this new flyweight division?
Yeah, it's been a long time coming. When we first bought this company, we didn't even have a 55-pound division. And this thing has grown over the last 11 years. We keep adding more and more weight classes. And when we brought the WC over, a lot of people have been waiting for this weight class to come. And everybody knows how exciting the smaller guys are. And it'll be fun to crown, the first champion in the flyweight division. Very exciting.
Thiago, please. Thiago, obviously this is a big fight. But you've had some ups and downs in your career lately, a couple losses. I'm kind of curious where you feel like you're at in your career right now. I mean, are you on the verge of title contention? Are you still on the way up? Are you still a contender? Where do you feel like you're at right now?
I'm gonna make event, a UFC fight, and I'm very blessed to be here. And my focus is, Saturday night, actually Saturday afternoon, put in a great performance. And I think I'm still a top contender, and after this fight, I'm definitely going to solidify that.
Yeah, Thiago!
And a quick follow-up, so much of the talk, for your last fight from this fight has been about the role of Mike Dolce, but, is it just, nutrition that's been the difference for you, or have there been different physical, mental changes that are kind of in this turnaround for you?
No, Dolce definitely played a big part, and this new phase of my career, but it was just everything around me. Like I said, I changed. I'm still training at America Top Team, but I had to recycle with coaches, I got new coaching staff, and it takes a while for you to get comfortable with them, for them to know you better, and that's where I'm at right now. I'm very confident in everything I've been doing, and I'm prepared.
And Martin, if I could ask you, please, where do you see this fight? I mean, a lot of people are saying that maybe this is a title contention type fight. You've had some losses lately too, but obviously really, really close fights. Where do you see this fight in terms of importance in your career?
Some of those losses kind of BS, but I feel I can beat the best there is in the division. So just Dana line them up.
And obviously you're kind of entering the prime years physically of your career, typically for mixed martial artists. Are you still focused on the title, or you've had some amazing fights lately, some nice bonus checks, that sort of thing. So what's the focus now? Is it still getting to that title, or is it more just about being a showman?
The focus is beating Thiago on Saturday, and we'll take it from there.
And one final question I could for you, Danny. Can you talk about both these guys, kind of what they mean? They fight in a division where the champs, had it locked up for quite some time, but they both fought so many fights, and they're both under 30 years old. Can you talk about, maybe kind of where they are and what they need to?
No, yeah, you're right. And stylistically, this is a fantastic fight. When he said all the BS losses that he's had some real close decisions, where some people thought it went one way and some people thought it went another. And both these guys have fought the absolute best in the world. And this is a very important fight for them on Saturday to keep, moving up the ladder to get another title shot. But one of the things about Campman, he's finished 11 guys in the first round, and I think he's got the record for most knockouts and most knockdowns in the UFC. So this should be a very good fight on Saturday. Yep.
Welcome back.
Thank you.
There's actually 125 here. Personal opinion, big problem with boxing is the sort of saturation of titles. Is that a concern? Is this it though? Are you finalising your divisions here?
Did you ask me if there's a problem with the saturation of titles like boxing here?
No. I'm saying, is that ever a concern?
No, I don't think there's...
I think that's been one of the strengths.
Well, yeah, one of the things that we do here is, it's all the old school traditional weight classes. There's no junior middleweight, no this, that. It's all the traditional weight classes. And it was time for us to get a 125-pound division. Thank God now the sport has got... It's a testament to how big the sport has become, not only in the U.S. but around the rest of the world, that now we're finally able... Like I said in the beginning of this thing, we didn't even have a 155-pound division in the beginning, and now the fact that we're, it took 11 years, but now that we're adding a 125-pound division, I don't think it's a bad thing. It's a very positive thing.
Absolutely, and you're seeing the guys up here all had success in other weight divisions in the UFC, so you're sort of seeing that natural distribution to your guys' weight. You've seen how Thompson for Ian, I just wanted to know, since your WEC run, what do you think, what have you changed, what have you done that you really have grown in your talent? What do you attribute that to? Is it just being in actual weight?
No, I've changed my life completely. I'm a completely different person than I used to be in WEC. Everything from, the way I eat, the way I do everything. It's just, my life has changed. I'm more focused on fighting than I was before. Before it was more of a hobby. Ian, for you again, a lot of the UFC, there's going to be a lot of UFC fans who may not have seen you fight before. Apart from a tremendous moustache, what will you bring to the octagon this weekend? Just like the other competitors, non-stop pace, very technically sound Muay Thai. I come from a very traditional Muay Thai gym. I get beat up in every aspect of the game on a daily basis by people that are way better. I'm able to put it together in an MMA platform, but when you single things out, it's that kind of training that helps me technically get better and be able to put it all together and hurt people. Dana, sorry, just another question. When you're returning to these international markets, there's so much hype, we've had so much success here. How hard is it backing it up with a card equal to or just as good when you've had such a successful run at places? Is it a challenge?
Is it a challenge to what? Keep pumping out good cards?
Yeah. As far as like when you're coming back to these international markets.
No, people talk shit about the cards all the time, if that's what you're asking me, but if you look at, the one thing that the UFC is known for is delivering great fights, and that's what we always do. The last year and a half, every fight has been great, and I know there's been some talk about this card, and me and all the gentlemen sitting up at this table have had conversations about it, and I guarantee you, this is going to be an amazing card on Saturday, just like every other card we bring all over the world. Right over here.
Dana, this is the third time back to Australia, third time to Sydney. What's the future of the UFC moving forward? I know that Melbourne has always been a hurdle. We've always been so close, and I think Telstra Stadium will be huge, but there's also rumours about Brisbane and other markets in Australia. So.
Yeah, no, this is a huge market for us. It's become, this place is fantastic. Obviously, just like the rest of the world, in the United States, New York still isn't open. We're going to get that done. We got Toronto done, and the list goes on and on of places that we've knocked down one by one, and we will be everywhere here in Australia eventually too. it's an education process. You know, the reality that our problem in getting up in there is the cage is actually hilarious. The cage is designed for safety. I have a handful of, dozens of cases where I can show you guys falling out of a ring and getting injured. That's why we use the cage. And once we introduce the Ultimate Fighter here, it's just going to get bigger and bigger and bigger again.
What do you think they're not getting? Because they've got MMA in Melbourne, but in the ring, but they see something wrong with the cage. What's their perception? For politicians or something?
Yeah, we'll get it done. It's an education process, like I said. Not to mention the fact that when these guys start seeing the 50% of the ticket sales in Sydney weren't from Sydney, there's a huge economic impact too everywhere we go. So if they want us to stay in Sydney and keep, we can do that too.
Stay in Sydney.
Dana, going back to 144, I heard, I think, last night that Edgar is still calling for that